Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dicing with Death. How are you doing, Ryan?
Doing well. So
Excellent.
excited to play D&D. It has been, I don't even know, a year since I last played this character.
It's been 364 days. I saw somewhere earlier today that it was
you're
June
joking.
25th last year.
It's like we did that on purpose.
Almost. Yeah. Maybe someone should get married every year at this time, and then we can always play some D&D. All right. So, not Fenric, that's a different character. Phoenix. You are Phoenix. You are a warlock of a great and powerful dragon. Do you want to, for the people who haven't seen or who it's been a year since they've seen, do you want to tell us a little bit about Phoenix, if you remember anything about Phoenix?
Well, it has been, it hasn't been a year since I last played, so I should remember a thing or two.
Mm-hmm.
At least I have a character sheet, and it looks pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, so Phoenix is a rebuild warlock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what else to say.
Well,
An acolyte of Radiance.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Great Gold Dragon. Absolutely. And why is Phoenix a supplicant to this dragon? What?
Supplicant.
Okay.
That's a vocabulary word. A serpent.
Servant? I don't know.
Servant. A savant. Phoenix is a man reborn. He's a war refugee from Mystria.
Mm-hmm.
A victim of Scoria's regime.
Mm-hmm.
He has the all too visible scars and burns to show for that.
Mm-hmm. Terrible damage.
Yeah. Phoenix is not, it was his, whatever. Born again name. It's his
born again name. Nice.
Knows what, anyways. Before that, it was,
go ahead, sorry.
No. That's the end. Dot. Ellipsis, is that what that's called?
Yes, ellipsis. Great. So last session, you had been dealing with a knight in and around Tassel, and you'd gone back.
Yeah, a dark knight. I don't know.
Yep.
Fallen knight. I don't know. Yeah.
Yep.
Oathbreaker.
Yep.
No. So I delivered a message and exited the vicinity.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to pick up with Phoenix 2 years and 1 level later, because you can't just
another level. I'm level 2 at the moment.
Yes.
Are we leveling to 3, or are we
explaining
why I'm level 2? Okay.
We're gonna jump to level 3 because it's been 2 years, and it only makes sense that you are
time skip.
Yeah.
All right. Shall I just mark that immediately, or do we need to do any exposition?
Mark it immediately. We'll leave 2 years.
Don't need to work for my XP. You're getting soft, Neal.
I'm getting old. I'm getting soft. Time is slipping.
I didn't even get to play. I'll take the HP. I feel like the spells I got at level 2 were pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm.
3 should unlock second level spells, right?
Yes, it will unlock.
Let's roll for HP first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a special roll for HP button, or should I just roll a
D6? Sir.
D6?
I do believe.
And I've got middling con, so no. I don't have the rebuild document, but I guess I'm a wizard, so I'll take a D6 over a D4.
Yeah.
Previously, I must have rolled pretty well. I think I had like 8 HP at level 2.
Yeah, you do, which is great. So you must have rolled like 4s and 4s, and a
5
5
is nice. I will take that. Lucky 13 HP. Oh, are you marking it at the same time I am, or is this just fast?
I am marking.
And
'Cause
MP just goes up by 10.
yes, it does to 30.
I'm
And
so smart. I don't get any bonus MP, or do I just learn more spells?
you just get a better chance to learn spells. And yeah, so any first or second level spells that you have not learned, you may attempt to do so now. I know there's a lot of spells.
Okay.
You only get
I
so
get
many
it.
per level, and we only have so much time. So pick a few that you want.
Dang.
We'll just.
I think I'm good on first level. There's one that I failed. I failed Detect Magic, so I think I can re-roll on that, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was one that I was trying. Wait, where's it? Comprehend Languages. I have Comprehend Languages. I want Detect Magic. Yeah, so I'm gonna roll for that. Then I just roll my standard spell.
Standard spell check, 65%.
All right, so that is for Detect Magic. 16 is a pass, so I get Detect Magic.
Excellent.
And let's look at the second level spells. Flaming Sphere is good. I gotta give that one a shot. Oh, not Levitate. Oh, this is sick. Levitate is both self or
target with a range.
Target.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll out of order, and I'll roll for that. Oh, strength. Dang, this is pretty good. How many do we want to roll for?
You can learn up to 11. I don't know if you want to try and learn them all right
1, 2, 3, 4,
now.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't know if I'll need them, but I don't want to get halfway through the session, and I need at least a few second level spells. So let's do Levitate first of all, out of order.
Okay.
I didn't have room for Featherfall at first level. The nice thing about I do not get Levitate. Let's just roll for Flaming Sphere, because I was talking about, at least in terms of damage, that's I think one of the most powerful second level spells.
Levitate? Yeah.
No, Flaming Sphere. Levitate.
If you levitate somebody up, yeah. But
Flaming Sphere.
That's a good one. It's one of the only damaging second level spells. It's like Flaming Sphere and Melf's Acid I think are the two.
Pyrotechnic sounds good. I already got a fire spell. Ride the Wind? Oh, that's also self or is they even weird. Yeah. I'm gonna roll for Ride the Wind. I remember seeing Sean cast that in Lag. We rode the wind. Oh wait. Can I talk? Is this spoilers chat or is this just
no? Yeah, go for it. If they haven't seen Fro by now,
yeah. Was it? Yeah. Cast Ride the Wind on Iswal and just whatever, blew her right off camera, right out of campaign. Ride the Wind. 69.
Ooh.
I failed, but that's a good way to go down.
That's what they say.
See. I don't get any bonuses, right? Yeah, there's no.
And there is the Warlock class. You can like deepen your connection and become more attuned to your deity, your power, and that will give you higher chances to learn. But it also comes with other fun side effects, some of which are actually fun, like gaining HP or horns that can do power or at-will abilities or just stat buffs, and also some drawbacks like, visual changes that make it clear you're some sort of, demon worshipping thing or dragon worshipping thing.
Strength is more for warrior classes, right? It doesn't do much.
Yeah, for you, it would give you 1d4 points of strength.
Which I have 10 strength, so that's not going to push me into anywhere interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of these I'm surprised they're second level. Like Bog Cloud, Detect Evil. That's. Knock. Am I going to need to pick any locks this campaign?
I don't know. There's a lot of ways to achieve your ends. Spells are useful.
Scare. Ooh.
You never know what
I want them all, Neal. I want them all.
Well, You get up to 11. I think there's only 14 spells there, or 13
Right, so
spells
I feel
there.
like I should just roll on as many. Are you adding these to my character sheet as we roll them? Okay. So you tell me, should I roll to see how many I roll for, or just do?
You could do as many as you want.
Okay.
You could try and roll on all of them, which doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Yeah. Do I need to detect people? Is Conjure Simple Object any good?
It's not bad. It's one of my custom spells, if that tells you anything.
No, it's not.
Let's see. So you sprinkle some dust. You can form an object that does not weigh more than 1 pound per level. It can't be fragile or have moving parts or like complicated patterns or construction. And then it lasts for as long as you...
Can you eat it?
No, it must be...
You can't conjure it's got to be non-living. You can't conjure a pumpkin.
Correct. Yes. Because it's made of whatever powder or dust you use to cast the spell. So if you sprinkle like aluminum filings, it's an aluminum whatever.
All right. I rolled for Detect Evil on a Lark and got it.
Nice.
Did I roll for knock, or was I just talking about it?
You just talked about it.
Okay. Then I have knock for sure. I don't know if I'll need it, but with this MP system, you might as well have as many tools in your robes as you can fit. Fog Cloud seems in theme with a dragon, but I don't recall it being a particularly useful spell. I'm gonna roll for Scare. I think that's a good one, even if I'm not sure how I'll use. I guess Phoenix is pretty scary. 50, so I do get Scare.
The pass, excellent.
Watchful Ward the stupid mask spell?
It's the stupid mask spell.
I went deep into that with the bond. I invested a lot of gemstones, and I don't think it ever paid off. Stinking Cloud is really good, even if I don't really want it. Can it be caustic gas, or is that what it is?
They save versus poison, or they are reeling and unable to attack because of nausea for 1d4 plus 1 rounds, which is great.
Okay, Stinking Cloud, and I don't think I rolled for Fog Cloud, but I don't know how many. Let me check my spell list and see how many more slots I got. Second one. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so might as well roll for Fog Cloud.
Nice.
87 is passes. I think I went down the whole list and rolled for one that didn't sound lame.
Detect invisibility? Is that lame?
It doesn't seem like it's worth a spell slot.
Okay.
I'll detect invisibility with my flaming spear. Thank you very much.
Yeah, then you're good.
Yeah. I had a thing I was going to say, but I got it. Oh, the Watchful Ward. Does it come with a dragon mask, or do I have to farm for gemstones to get it?
Well, in this context, you would be making these on behalf of Shine.
Are you a year later and you're still getting the two dragons mixed up?
Dude, I get everyone
Scoria
mixed
is
up.
dead. Her Radiance. Forget the S's.
Her Radiance. Thank you.
Okay, in that case, I am going to roll for... I'll roll for my... I've got the spell slots. I'll roll for my free dragon mask. Not free. I earn it through worship and whatever deeds.
Yeah.
Watchful Ward. I know I was just shit talking the spell and I fail. That's my karma.
Yep.
And then I believe I get a proficiency, right? Just a non-weapon or a weapon as well?
Not at third. You gotta wait. Oh no, yeah, you're right. A non-weapon at third.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Cool. I forgot what I was planning to spend it on, so maybe it doesn't matter. We can think about it.
We'll pick it up next session.
I got a lot. I've got a lot of language slots too that I never. Oh no, I got a bunch of. Okay, I speak. I'm actually pretty.
Yeah, mystery.
Pretty sharp. Mystery and orc, goblin. I think I was. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I got tricks in my sleeve.
Yeah, and comprehend languages. So.
Is there a? Oh yeah, for sure. I got a knack for those things. ear for those things.
Mhm.
Is there a dragon language? What languages does her Radiant speak?
Her Radiant speaks in Drakissian to you. Sometimes into
What's her
in
accent
Mystrian.
like? I know you've probably narrated her on stream before, but I can't recall.
She speaks fluently without much hint of an accent, but she does have like a slow cadence to her speech. She really takes her time, and she tries to pick her words carefully.
Got it. Yeah. But no, okay. I think I'm all leveled up. Am I forgetting anything? I guess I'll add the...
You don't get saving throws until higher level. And that would be it. Yeah, you get saving throws at 6. Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Do we want to give any narrative summary of what happens in a year?
No, we will let people imagine what they want to imagine. You can imagine what you want to imagine.
Jump right in on the action.
Absolutely. You are summoned one fine day. Oh, go ahead.
No, just thinking about efficiency slot. I'll be taking until the next rest to spin that one probably. Yeah.
You are summoned into her Radiance's lair one afternoon. You live within a mountain, so concepts like day and night are very flexible to you. But she summons you, or one of the other acolytes brings you to her private quarters, which is, I imagine, like
have I been in her Radiance's chambers before? Is this a...
You have. Like, she's got a lot of chambers, and you end up working in all of them. She prefers to sleep on her piles of coinage. It's just comfortable. It's like soft. It's like sleeping on a beanbag chair for her. And so, you got to go in there and get some money from time to time or take a gem or whatever. So yeah, you're definitely familiar with her sleeping quarters, which technically is wherever she wants, because you never say no when a dragon wants to sleep somewhere. There's just no options. What is it like for you on like a, character level, being invited into the private chambers for a one-on-one private mission, private job?
Let's see here. Under sex, I put no thanks. We'll put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think Phoenix is very dutiful, respectful, deferent, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I try to take it in stride, even though, terrifying. What is she, like an age class 8? What do I know about dragon lore? Do I feel her dragon fear, or is that turned off for allies and acolytes?
It is with a gold dragon like her, we would reclassify it as awe, not fear.
Awe.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's how we get around that little thing. So yes, you feel the awe of the dragon. It's not something she can control or turn on and off. It's just...
Yeah. Is she in reptilian or human form?
Reptilian form. Her true natural form.
I guess dragons aren't reptiles, right? She's a serpent. A warm-blooded serpent.
They got the scales, but they also got the brain. They fly, so they got a high metabolic rate, hollow bones, that sort of thing. They're probably closer to dinosaurs than they are to anything else, which kind of defy our standard forms.
She's warm-blooded, or at least magic-blooded, right?
Mm-hmm. But so are birds, and they're descended from dinosaurs. We know you all come here for the dinosaur lore. That's the real reason. So she invites you in. Okay.
Yeah. Do I am I take a knee? I bow. Is that customary?
I think you are deciding what the customs are.
Yeah.
Right,
I think I kneel probably for the duration of the conversation. And let her speak.
Phoenix, my faithful servant, I have a task most important. There exists still in these lands another dragon, one who has been keeping low, who I have finally proved to still be here. I need you to behave as my emissary and seek out the dragon that lives near Lake Mysterium, the continent, in the kingdom of Eridon, in the far east. I have questions for this beast. How did they get into this world? Why are they in hiding? And will they seek to challenge me in a bid for rulership of Arcadia? Do you understand those three questions?
How was it? How?
Yeah,
and why? And what was the third?
I just DM them to you, so no one has to use their brains to remember.
I will. Yeah. Oh.
Take 200 pieces of gold to smooth your journey. Return whatever you do not spend, and spend what you have wisely. Come back with the answers to these questions.
Yes, your radiance. And I back out of the room, or the chamber.
Perfect.
Back a respectful distance and power walk the rest of the way out of the chamber.
Yep. You hurry on out. You can go procure some gold from... Probably actually have to grab it from the pile that she's sleeping on before you leave, but that's fine. You know, you just grab
Count it out myself. It's not pre-stacked and sacked, is it?
You're the acolyte who would do the stacking of gold to give out to other people. So like,
I'm a smart man. I probably got it, rolled and sorted on a table somewhere, or at least on the way out.
Right.
200 gold is not that much, but that's good traveling money.
Yeah. You grab the 4 bags of gold. You head out. Now, you would know if we look at the map that Lake Mysterium is pretty far from you. It is... Ooh. Well, you would probably go across the sea, across the canal, down the road that is currently being built, through Stromheim, and way over here. Because as you can see by the map, like... This town is destroyed, and you don't know if there's even a way to get a boat there. Same thing with Newfort, pretty badly damaged. May not actually be having access to boats. And the seas right now, this time of year, and then you'd have to go all the way around. You could maybe take a boat if you wanted to try it, but you'd need some way of landing in somewhat hostile areas. On the other hand, the road is pretty long.
I ain't afraid of a walk. I think that's probably I think that's the route.
Yeah, it's literally 2.25 times as far.
The only tricky part is the canal, but I think I can probably sword passage from Devin to High Castle
Not a problem.
and hobo it across the landscape.
Yeah. To get from Crownhold to Thabin's only 21 miles. You can do that in a day. 28 miles from Dragon Peak to Crownhold. 2 days to Thabin is what you're looking at. And that's if you walk it.
Yeah.
But you have 200 gold at your disposal, which you can use however you like. You could get carriages. You could buy a horse.
Carriage. No, I think I want to go as low profile as possible. I am. Yeah, I mean, what's the word? I am not unrecognizable, or at least I'm quite conspicuous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. In my whatever.
Right.
Resplendent cultist robes and dragon skin and
yeah.
Well,
is there any...
But I use the gold to smooth the passage over. I think just like tipping well in inns or crashing in barns across the countryside. It's a long way, so it's, what did we say? That's like...
It's like 200 something miles.
A couple weeks.
Yeah. If you do 24
by road,
miles
if I don't get like waylaid. Yeah. I'm seeing,
Yeah, it should be like a week or two.
I can do 24 miles a day on foot on good open ground, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And a road, as long as the road is clear. I don't know. That is what. These are uncertain times.
Certainly.
So I don't have any like history or sort of folklore or anything like that, but I am literate, and I spent a year in Shines in Dragon Peak. Does she have like a library or something?
Absolutely. Yes, she has a nice
so I would
collection of books.
I would be pretty well read by this point. I can assume that I know she's referring to the Great Worm, Gold Dragon. What's his name?
No.
Lake Mysterium?
No,
or is this a...
Lake Mysterium is way the heck down over here. She's talking about the Shadow Dragon.
The Shadow Dragon?
Yeah, she's talking about
so I think I'm
Shadow
just
Dragon.
now realizing this after I'm leaving her chamber. Okay, all right. That's a longer walk than I had anticipated, but we can do it.
Yeah.
You said that there's no ships running to Shirebrook or...
Shirebrook is a destroyed town. It hasn't been rebuilt yet, so there should be no...
Fort.
Same with New Fort. That you wouldn't expect there to be a boat going there, but maybe if you could get
Pittsburgh? Can you take Pittsburgh down the canal?
You could get a boat to Pittsburgh down the canal.
Or Tassel?
Tassel, you could get to Tassel or Pittsburgh if you wanted. Yeah. 100%.
I don't think there's any reason to stop by Stromheim, right?
No. It is irrelevant to your quest.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. We're going to take a boat down to Tassel, because that's got a road, or to Pittsburgh, because that's closer. Because the two routes from whichever port you get off at are going to be slightly different. Do you want more of a travel along a well-defined road or a travel through the wilderness?
I think I'm just trying to make it as quick and efficient as possible. Okay. So whatever gets me there the fastest. I don't necessarily know the landscape that well. But
then
it's
Tassel.
looking to me like Pittsburgh is further down. Okay. Tassel is an easier stopover.
Pittsburgh is further down, but the terrain is unknown and there's no like landmarkers. You could get lost pretty easily.
Yeah. Is chartering travel along a road common at this time? Or...
Yes. If you're in a place of like substance, like in High Castle, you could hire a carriage to take you somewhere. Tassel is a wreck.
I think we're looking at going to Thabe. Oh, Tassel's a wreck.
Yeah, Tassel is just...
Gosh, is this whole place a wreck? Do I know this, or am I finding this out on the road?
No,
trying to...
You know, everything south of Stromheim is ruined. It's just it's in total tatters. Cauldron is sort of being reestablished. Yeah.
What a place. Yeah, okay. I think I'm just skipping this and trying to find the shortest distance.
All right.
At least as far as I can estimate.
To Tassel it is. We can get a boat from Thaben to Dawngate, and then from Dawngate we can get a boat to Tassel. Getting to Dawngate is 1 gold plus 5 silver in expenses, and getting from Dawngate to Tassel is going to be 4 gold plus 5 gold and 5 silver in expenses. So that's a total of 6 gold pieces to get to Tassel.
Okay, so I just added 200, right? And subtracting 6.
Yep.
Yeah.
194.
Is breaking gold coins in this day and age turn eyes?
Not in Thaben, not in Dawngate. Those places are civilized.
Yeah. And how noticed am I on these travels?
Especially in
catch a lot of eyes.
Thaben, people recognize your robes as what they are. Like in the Crownhold Thaben area, when people see you, they kind of get out of your way and give you like a polite head bow. They're familiar with the cult of the dragon. Dawngate's a little bit further away. Most people there aren't going to recognize you for what you are, other than like some weird cultist person dude. And by and large, they'll kind of ignore you until you give them some sign that you are something to be concerned about. So we will start a few days later in Tassel. Now, Tassel it's been destroyed. It's sort of been resettled, but not like properly settled. Like, there's bandits here. You think you were here last year in part of your quest to go after, maybe that was Kneecap. I can't remember actually. But Tassel
was near Kneecap. I never had to cross the canal for that one. Did I?
I can't remember. It's been a year.
Or down. Yeah.
But Tassel's not in great shape. It's essentially got a few farmers who live in the area because the soil is good there. All the rocks have been pulled out. There's like a little bit of infrastructure. There's like canals for irrigation. So there's good reason to want to settle near Tassel if you're a farmer. On the other hand, the bandits that live in Tassel act like petty lords and just run around and, make a mess of things. But it's still, for some people, it's better to live free in good, large amounts of farmland and deal with bandits from time to time than it is to live in a stinky city or somewhere where you've got someone pushing down on you more directly. So when you get to Tassel and you climb the great and recently repaired staircase all the way back up to the city top, you find yourself in a camp of the sorts of people who would probably sell their mothers out for a nickel, They look at you a little bit hungry like, but you're a single man in weird cult robes arriving in the ruins of a city after hiking up, 300 feet of stairs. That doesn't necessarily bode well for them,
Yeah. I mean, I think I generally have don't fuck with me vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So.
Yeah. What's the opposite with a fuckboy?
I don't know.
Whatever it is, that's what you're putting out right now. Don't fuck with me. Okay.
Yeah. So is this like a town? Is there a tavern, or is it just like?
There is a tavern. Yeah. There's a couple of functional buildings. There's a few tents, but mostly people live in repurposed houses or, repaired houses.
I mean, this place is a shithole, but I've spent a lot of my life in shitholes.
Yeah.
I think I walk into the situation as I will have many times before. And it's time to rest, right? Ish.
Yeah.
Tired.
Yeah.
I think I'll stop by the tavern for whatever. Take a load off and
You get into the tavern.
Get some refreshment and catch some rumors and hopefully not have to drop too many the incantations to get myself out of there alive.
You come
too many MP.
You come into the tavern, and the barkeep here is, middle-aged woman, 42, 43, something like that. But they've been hard years. It's visible on her face. She's got a couple of like spots where her hair comes out in silver bundles. And you can see strapped like visibly high on her rib cage is a dagger, and sitting on top of the bar with like a little leash hanging off of it is a spiked club. It's just sitting there as a warning of like, don't mess with me. She's gonna come in. She walks on over, says very nicely to you, "Howdy, stranger. What can I get for you?"
Drink in a chair, and I think I will. I guess I have to slip her a gold coin at this point, right? Because that's all that I happen to have.
That's all you got. Yep. You can give her the gold.
And take a seat in the corner with the view of the door and take a load off. And
she will bring you 2 drinks and 9 silver and change.
2? Okay, but
She charged you for 2 and gave you 2. She just, automatically upsold you.
I think I leave the second one just in the center of the table. At least for now. And so I don't necessarily need to rest. Full HP, full MP.
But it's evening,
It's evening, yeah. I guess I'm trying to decide whether I feel safe resting here or if I'm gonna chill for a minute and then head out of town.
Yeah. Well, looking around, there's some folks here. Some young bucks looking for action. A couple of old timers.
Phoenix is neither charismatic nor perceptive.
Excellent.
Not much in the way of social skills or observational skills. I have brewing though, so I think I assess the quality of the drink. Am I being poisoned? Can I roll for that?
Yeah. That's a good brewing roll. The hops from this are a little bit old. They could have been fresher. But the barley's good.
Poisoned with last year's hops.
Oh, man.
Low quality Eridonian brew.
All
right.
One of the younger guys in the bar gets up from his seat, as he stands up, adjusts his sword belt to sit more comfortably. He's hanging an arming sword off of his hip with a dagger next to it.
I'm not a military or whatever, a fighting man, but am I able to assess whether it's an ambush or not? Or what's the word for a
ruse?
Yeah, no, don't want to get surprised here I don't want to get jumped here.
Yeah. You can throw a look around.
Are there you said a group, right?
There was a bunch of people. He's one of them that's getting up. Give me a perception check as you glance a look around to see if there's folks looming in on you from all sides. Nah.
No, there looks like it's just this notice. Dude. I look straight at him with my one good eye.
He saddles on over towards you and says,
I don't think I stand up. Yeah, I'm still. I stay seated and I rotate to look at him. My hood is still sort of shadow casting. Yeah.
Hey there,
At her
friend.
half across the face. And I think, yeah, anyways. Is he
Whoa.
genuine when he says friend? I guess I don't have charisma, but that's a thing you can roll, right? You
It's
have
a
a
thing. Yeah,
system
give
for
me.
determining.
I do.
I pass.
Yeah, it's not really a friend, you know. It's
like it's yeah.
Yeah, welcome
I
to
usually
the.
don't notice these kind of things. I think I'm gonna sense the what would you call it? The tension,
Hmm.
and cast a preemptive charm person.
Ooh.
I was really excited for the spell for thinking about this, and then we jumped right to level 3, and it's not even that impressive. But I'm happy to have it be the first one of the session.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't imagine this is the first time Phoenix has cast this, because this is such an OP spell. But I don't recall it being recently cast on a Koibu stream.
Yeah, well, you probably use it in and around Crownhold to get your work done.
Somatic and verbal, but no material. Do I need to stand to cast a spell, or can I?
You will need to stand up, yeah. And I'm also going to ask you to roll initiative because he is approaching you.
Yeah,
He's not surprised.
I was trying to declare it. You can't surprise the spell, though. No,
yeah.
Yeah. Where is my character sheet? I'm not in tassel. Am I? Oh, I'm still over. Let me move myself over to tassel. Oh, yeah.
There's no way you can lose this. He rolls a 14 on initiative. Your max possible roll is 11.
You just rolled straight. I'll do that as well.
Yeah.
Plus 3.
Plus
oh,
1.
There's a cat. Oh, 1.
Yeah.
So fast. Yeah. So I think before he even, like, as he's walking towards me, he says, "Hello, friend," and I stand quick, like the snake I am, and look him straight in the eyes and say, "Hello, friend," and he has to roll a saving throw versus spell, right?
He absolutely does, which is a big old fail. It's a natural 3, always a fail. And his grin goes from sort of like mischievous to like a little bit more warm and welcoming. Well, welcome to the hearth, buddy. How you doing? Are you traveling alone? Because this ain't a safe place for a man like you all alone.
I think I reach out to shake his hand, right? Is that the custom?
Yeah. He reaches out and shakes yours.
Yeah. And yeah, just passing through.
But you mind if I join you?
Please join me for a drink. And I gesture to the beer already placed on the table as if it was waiting for him. And sits down, and we relax like best friends.
Yeah.
Until I don't know what his intelligence is, but at some point he's going to realize he was charmed by a dragon cultist. But right now I'm just his best frild, right? Let's read. Can I read the text of the spell here?
Yeah, his intelligence is 14, so it'll take.
Oh, he'll get another chance. It'll be a day or two. It'll be like a bad hangover.
2 weeks.
Right. He regards the caster as a trusted friend and ally to be heeded and protected. And this is like the leader of the gang, right?
Well, whoever it is, he's just chilling with you.
Okay, well, when the leader shows up, I'll cast Charm Person on him too. I mean, I don't have infinite. I got a lot of MP. But yeah, so this ruse can go on for a while.
Yeah. Well, he sits down
until someone passes and says,
"You're being
bewitched."
He just sits down with you and he's like, "This is a real dangerous place. You got to be careful coming through here. Just a minute ago, I was thinking, wow, this guy looks like such an easy mark. I bet I could take him for everything he's worth. But you just, you got that vibe around you of someone it'd be better to know than to fight. What's your business? I know the area pretty well. Maybe I can give you a hand."
I am, just passing through. Taking a brief respite before journeying on to Lake Mysterium.
Oh. That old place.
Are we within earshot of the rest of the bar, or is it like there's a din of a crowd and
It's kind of quiet. If you spoke up loudly, they could hear you, but if you kept your voice low, probably not.
Yeah. Almost a whisper. but definitely not creepy. It's totally normal. I'm definitely this guy's friend. Right?
Yeah. And now you're just hanging out and whispering to one another.
Yeah.
So you've charmed him.
Does
so
he have?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Did he have any information on Lake Mysterium? And he totally doesn't think that's a weird, creepy place to be traveling to.
I mean, it is a weird, creepy place to be traveling to. There used to be all sorts of rumors and legends about that place back in the old days. You know, that was before my time. But let's call him my mentor. He was from Newfort, and he said, you know, near the Crystal Run, people would go missing. Things sort of just appeared and disappeared. There were always like these whispers that he said would blow through the trees. He told me generally to avoid the Crystal Run and everything in it. There might be like a hag in there, he said. Something spooky at least.
Does anyone go up there?
Yeah, not that I know of, but I don't even think anyone lives near Crystal Run these days, or Lake Mysterium. I think it's all burned out.
Burned? As in fire?
Yeah, but I meant more metaphorically, like some of it's been set to fire and other bits were just, pulled
like
down by demons. Yeah.
Burnout. I get your, I totally understand your, what's the word? Innuendos? Or lingo? Cool. Yeah, what does he recommend is the best way to get there? Like huffing it on foot, or like I can't ride a horse, so I don't think that's any more effective way to travel. No, I think. I guess I'm like, do I cut across the Tether Wilds, or do I?
Oh no way! The Tether Wilds are fucking dangerous.
The road to Shirebrook, and then you hike from there. Have you ever done that? Is that a thing?
Yeah. I mean, that's how I would do it, because then you could follow the river. But honestly, getting to Shirebrook is kind of a pain in the ass. I would see if you got some money, maybe you could like hire a carriage in Cauldron, really clock some miles or something. Because that spot between
go faster than
a person on foot. Oh yeah, totally.
What's I think I would typically like hitch a ride on like a farm cart or whatever, whatever cart traffic is already heading that way. Is that a thing?
Yeah, you could hop on the back of a turnip cart or whatever.
There you go. Yeah, that's what I was looking for, a turnip cart.
You could. It's not much safer than going on foot, a little bit faster.
All right, well. I don't think I'll have this guy charmed long enough to travel with. I'll probably stay here. Does he remember the effects of the spell when it wears off?
I don't think he will remember being charmed, but I think when he sees you next, the instinct won't be nearly as friendly, and then at that point he might be like, wait, why did I like this guy? Depending on how long
it's a superficial, you can't superficial relationship. He's not gonna, or like when he's uncharmed, he won't think fondly of.
It's like that person that you're friends with at the office and like you get along fine, but if you were ever to have to socialize out in the real world, it would just be like kind of awkward. Yeah, that's a thing, right? I mean, it's been a long time since I've worked in an office, but I think that was a thing. Maybe I was just an awkward person. So, did you want to bring him along? You want to go without him?
I guess I'll leave it to him. It seems like I've got quite a while. You told me his intelligence, but I forgot it. But it was like 14, 15?
14. Yeah, it's like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. That's a long ass time. So if he offers to, for him and his Can he get his gang? Is he the gang leader? Does he offer for his gang to escort me to the mountains?
He has not made any offers outright, but he is in a good position to maybe receive an offer.
No, he's not like a fighter or anything, is he?
Nah, I mean, he's got an arming sword, so he's not a fighter.
Is he armored?
No armor, just the sword. He doesn't look particularly strong. He's kind of scrawny, maybe 10 strength, 11 strength.
Yeah, no. I think my usual go-to would be to suggest that it'd be best if he... You can't make suggestions with the spell, can you? You can't like make it's not like a forget, right?
It's not a forget.
Like,
he just regards you as a trusted friend. He's just a
or
bro.
like suggest that he, yeah.
He's just a bro. You know?
Okay. I guess what is the rest of the population in Tassel? Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Well, it sounds like you just kick it off with this guy. He will introduce himself. His name is Bones. He calls himself Bones, but all my friends call me the Butcher. And he just gives you a friendly warning that, you know, Tassel's a dangerous place. The roads are dangerous. Do your best to stay calm or keep a low profile, and it'll be fine. And after he finishes his drink,
I think I awkwardly suggest that you two, that he do the same. You know, one of those.
Right. He gets up from the bar and heads back to the group of the people he was with earlier.
All right then. I think
that's that. I think
we won't think twice about Bones the Butcher, unless I have to travel this way again.
Well, you know, with Bones coming over, chatting with you, and then sitting back down, no one else in the tavern's really going to mess with you. And you can spend the night here for another piece of gold, and you can make your way to Cauldron, and I'll just roll some encounter checks along the way.
Encounter checks. Damn it. Is it too late to take back? I bring Bones the Butcher.
Let's see. Give me my D100.
I'll charm my way through those encounters too, don't worry.
We'll burn through your MP eventually. Now, you do have
I'll charm them with my flaming sphere.
You do regain, since you've got a little charm of the dragon with you.
Oh, I do? Is that the same as my creepy dragon face mask?
It might be the creepy dragon face mask that's actually made out of a dragon scale. Yeah.
Oh, so, I was having the same thought at the same time.
Yeah. As long as you keep that relic close at hand, you can regain 1 MP per hour of sleep, maximum of 8. However, since you are no longer in your patron's house nor in Congress with your patron, if you lose your relic, your dragon mask, you will lose 1 MP per hour of sleep.
That's rough.
Yeah, so if you lose it, you might try to like not sleep for many days as you try to flee on foot. But warlocks trying to not sleep so they don't lose MP do slowly go mad after many days.
Do I have to sleep with the dragon mask to regain the MP, or
you gotta keep it close, you know, under your pillow, maybe tucked in your sleeping jacket or something, close at hand. You need to, you know, it helps her seep into your thoughts when you're in dream space and you dream of gold dragons.
Well, I was only 3 MP down, so I think I'd just take a nap and then get an early start to Cauldron, because I think it's oh, that's a day. Yeah, so I'd get an early start and try to huff it to Cauldron.
Oh, it's gonna be 2 days. It's 39 miles, as it says.
39.
Yeah. But that's
I'm
all right.
seeing 28, but
Because the road is
the road
curvy,
curves.
and maybe the scale on this map is off because it should be 39.
Okay.
I measured
So
a lot.
hopefully I find
There.
something, an inn or a
There you
barn
go.
along the road.
Yeah. That's not a problem. I'm gonna
West Road, is that what that's called?
The West Road. That's correct.
I take the West Road into Cauldron.
All right.
Encounters?
Encounter checks. Let's go. I'm rolling a 2d10 over here. The first day to Cauldron and the second day to Cauldron are pretty bland. You pass a couple of farmers who give you friendly waves but don't slow down to talk to you. And you eventually roll into Cauldron, which is a damaged town, pretty badly damaged, but it is being resettled. You can see some noble flags flying high on a couple of buildings that have been repurposed. The keep in the center of town still lies in ruins, but the hot springs with the bleachers and the wooden cage that they put people in to put them over the geyser as a method of execution.
It's sounding so
has
luxurious.
been
I think Phoenix looks longingly at the hot springs and wants to. I thought they'd be different kind of hot springs, and then he sees the torture cage above them.
Yeah, with the skeleton in it from like yesterday's murder execution.
Not the hot springs experience I was hoping for.
It's the Yellowstone experience some people get every year.
Yeah.
Stay on the trails, kids. Don't go off the trails in Yellowstone. Yeah, but you can get to Cauldron without any issues. Now, the journey from Cauldron to Thornwood, though.
Oh, we don't even care about Cauldron.
Well,
I probably have to spend a gold in Cauldron's whatever.
Picking up some supplies and sleeping. Yeah. Maybe a gold in Cauldron.
I guess I need food.
Yeah, you can get fresh
I don't think I have
rations.
ration. Oh, I have ration. I have 0 rations on my sheet, but I'm sure I would have bought those. That's probably some of the living expenses that I got along the way.
Yep. Yeah, I've been including rations in your prices for food and drink and everything. Yeah.
Did we say there was something I had to carry? Oh, the mask. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't weigh anything.
No. Is there anything that you want to do in Cauldron? Do you want to hire anyone?
No.
All right.
No.
Cool.
Barkeep for the night.
Perfect.
Whatever. I fish for rumors, but yeah, with 7 charisma, I think it usually doesn't go well, and I end up having to cover my ass with careful charms.
Don't automatically take the fail. Roll the charisma check. You could make it. You see, look at that.
I just do.
You do.
Now I have to come up with a rumors table.
Oh, buddy, I am so prepared for this shit. Yeah, there are, with a 21, you're only going to get 2 bits of interesting things. The first is that a family, like a fancy noble family from North Eridon, has moved into Thornwood, and they brought a whole bunch of like brick makers and bricklayers with them because they are going to rebuild the castle walls around Thornwood and return it to a state of civilization after it being completely destroyed. That's the first rumor. The second rumor that you hear is that the Wraith of the Tetherwilds that everybody thought was long gone is actually back. He's returned this year, and he's been taking souls from the people who stray from Cauldron at night.
Oh. That's a local rumor?
That's a local rumor.
Oh, yeah. I see the ruins of Mystery Rapids here in Thornwood.
Yeah.
Will I have heard those tales anytime?
You've never heard of the Wraith of the Tetherwilds. It sounds like some local fantasy. You know, everyone's always talking about bullshit.
Got it. That's the difference between being literate and being, I don't know.
Hip with it?
Wait. I don't even remember what it is anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Cool. Well then, to Thornwood.
Cool.
It's
Is Misty Rapids a safe place to stop over? Do I get the gist of that? There's not even. It's not on the map. I mean, I don't know what map I have in my head.
If you ask about places between here and Thornwood, they'll tell you that there once was a town called Misty Rapids, but it is completely destroyed and nobody lives there. And it's just rubble and ruins, and you should watch out because there's like packs of wild dogs who still roam the area. The, many generation
How do people
offspring,
get to Thornwood then?
they just go through it quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't stop there?
Don't stop there. The packs of the dogs can be a little dangerous, and the ruins provide really good cover for bandits who sometimes lurk the area.
Hold on to your souls, kids.
Okay.
Alrighty.
We go on our encounters. Excellent. As we are approaching Thornwood, we're gonna take our first break, and we'll come back on the other side with a little more dicing with death. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dicing with Death. As we make our way through Misty Rapids, which I think we just hurry through as quickly as possible, we come to the woods round Thornwood. We are met with an unsettling enemy. You hear them coming from a little bit off. Not so far off that you have a whole bunch of time to make some decisions, and it's not really until you see them that you understand what they are. But coming forth from the trees along the forest path are a pair of ogres that come tromping in your direction. They don't look particularly friendly, and they don't stop to have conversation. You should
That's
roll
scary.
initiative for something. I don't know what it is you want to do
Do
with these.
I have to declare spells at the beginning of initiative, correct?
Correct.
Do I happen to know how many hit die an ogre has? It's 4+, right? Should I not use that in game, or that out of game knowledge?
Well, you've been reading, you've been educating yourself. You would understand that your spells have limits based on how strong and powerful something is. And an ogre is a pretty solid metric to measure things against. Why don't you make me an int check to see if you could understand?
I rolled for my spell anyways, but I'll nail the int check as well.
Yeah, you kill the int check. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, you know that they have 4+1
Scare
hit die.
affects 6 hit die, so they should be affected. And what did they?
Right. They are rolling in with
it is.
initiative 6 and 6. All right.
Okay.
Phoenix is first.
Unless you're gonna, only elves, half-elves, and priests are allowed saving throws. So
Wait,
I scare the ogres. Let's see. Affects creatures fewer than 6 hit die. They're both within the AoE, the 15-foot radius. Frightened creatures have -2 reaction adjust and may drop items held if encumbered. Cornered, they fight, but with -1 penalties. I think they get lost.
This spell comes.
I don't fight your ogres, Neal. They run away scared from me. I out-ogre the ogres. Go away and
Okay,
counter over.
The AoE is only 15 feet.
Oh, sorry,
and
did it?
They are more than 15 feet. Oh, wait, 15-foot radius.
Yeah. The range is only 60 yards, so 180 feet. Which...
Well, you can definitely do that.
Okay, yeah.
But they're 40
They're
feet
scared.
apart.
Unless you're gonna call ogres fey, they're 40 feet apart.
They're 40 feet apart. You can only hit one with scare.
Oh, that's a bummer. Okay.
Woo! Put all this effort into this encounter, and he defeats it with a single spell. Pick your ogre. Who are you going to scare?
The closer one. That guy's behind a bush. It'll take him a while to get out of the bush, right? I'll scare the one that's not in the. Oh, that's still really close. This is all really. Oh, he can't quite reach me.
Very close.
Okay, I'll scare the. I'll scare the ogre in the bush. He just. Yeah.
He is feared. Wait, I can't.
Duration 1d4 plus. That's enough. And we might still be fighting at that point. I guess you should probably roll that in secret. It'll be 1d4 plus 3 rounds.
The frightened creatures have penalty of 2, may drop ahead of if cornered they fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they won't fight. I don't know if
So
they
he's
run
not gonna
away or
fight.
back away. Maybe backs away cautiously.
Yeah,
Something like that. He doesn't flee, but he's not.
The lower ogre at least gets to go. And stomp, stomp, stomp. He will.
I can't move. Sorry, can I move after my spell, or am I?
Of course, totally.
Yeah, so I'm stumbling backwards to at least get some. Like, I don't let him close and melee with me, right? So I don't think he's quite fast enough to like reach me and hit me, but I'm like backing away as he's whatever cautiously.
Well, unfortunately for you, since you cast a spell and then you can only do a half move. And he can do a charge.
And maybe it is zigzag, so he can't charge.
He charges, club out, wielding it high and mighty. He is an ogre. He rolls
Can I take cover behind a bush or a tree?
That would have been an action, but you scared someone.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, fair enough.
5 plus 1 for charge is 6, plus 3 for Thaco is 9. It's a miss. It's a 9.
Oh yeah, I got.
What's your AC?
I got dragon armor. I got AC 14.
So okay, yeah. So
I'm
the
tougher
club
than I look.
comes
Yeah.
right over your head. The next ogre goes, and this is the ogre who's trembling in fits and shaking. And this ogre, scared by the juju magic, begins to back off and disappears, leaving his friend to fight alone.
All right, I am not gonna a knife fight with an ogre. I think I just got to beat him in initiative.
Whoops, I did not roll that right. It is that.
Are we doing the same MP rules I've seen you use in other campaigns? Or
I don't know what that
means.
Can
I just roll straight? So MP costs. So I just cast Scare. Can I cast Scare again? Or do you penalize that? Previously we didn't, but I think, yeah.
Previously we didn't. It's a great idea, though. I just hadn't put it in. I hadn't thought of it by the time I was making the Warlock class, but I would like to do that if you don't.
Oh yeah,
think
I'm a
it's
Warlock.
cheesy.
I'm not a.
You're not a sorcerer, right? Yeah.
So I can just keep spamming my Scare spell, right?
I do think it'll cost you double MP for the second cast. So instead of 6, it'll cost you 12. But that's pretty worth considering it's.
Yeah, I just nerfed myself by asking for it, but I think I'll take the MP penalty and. Oh, but I gotta roll initiative.
Yes, but you can't lose to a 14.
5.
So you easily.
He can't even beat a 5.
Yeah. You drop the Scare. Terror fills the creature's heart.
My heart's beating in real life.
On his turn, the ogre will stumble and flee in the direction that you want to go, but also well away from you.
I mean, I think, they're pretty slow, so I think I, circle back and around them to try, and try to get clear within the, whatever I got, 5 minutes before the Scare wears off.
Right.
And I think I'm faster than an ogre, right? So I can just, jog somewhere else and not get smashed with the club. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, 2 insta-win spells, totally fine, not even worried. You clear that section of the forest and continue on the road, ignoring the ogres, eventually coming to Thornwood, or the ruins of Thornwood. Yeah. There is a wooden bridge that crosses a moat, heads into some damaged and destroyed walls, where you can see some laborers are laying brick, putting it down, picking more up and putting them down too. There are 6 knights standing around the laborers with plate mail and long spears, no shields. and they see you coming, and they motion with a free hand for you to like, get into the city. It's dangerous out there. Hurry up.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like strolling, but I'm whatever walking down there, like whatever, traveling over land. So I'm like, whatever.
you casually stroll into town,
yeah.
and they're like, hurry,
Hey.
hurry, and you're like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Hell, I heard there were bandits, right? But I haven't encountered any.
None yet, unless these are they.
I say, yeah. I hear tell there were bandits on the road, but all clear. And is Thornwood a town, or is it a ruin?
It's a ruin. These people, they've like repurposed a few structures.
Do they have beer here, Neal?
They do not have a tavern. This is not a functioning town. It is an outpost created by someone on a construction mission. So it's more like a work camp situated in the ruins of a town. You're here for at least one night. Is there anything you'd like to say, do, ask, buy, sell, trade, give up, share?
No, I got a big request, right? No, so I think I pay for a safe room for the night if it's available. Otherwise, I guess I just keep on walking.
It is not available.
What do they have? Am I like the first traveler they've seen? Is the wall functional, or is it just like a work site?
Some of the wall is rebuilt, and some of the wall is completely ruined still, and they're going about fixing it. It'll probably take them a couple years.
How many people are here? How large is the crew?
Like 60. You think you can count about 60 folks?
So it's like a work site.
Yeah.
I don't think I can stay here. I can't charm 60 people, right? I think I just keep walking unless it's like nighttime and I need to.
62 Let me just do some math. No, you got another 10 miles into you today. You could probably clear the forest on the other side.
Yeah, seems interesting. I am intrigued, but not. I don't know. I don't think I have time to stop now and
okay.
figure out what's happening here.
All right. Well, 10 miles later, you cross out the other side of the woods. The people there, they have a couple of questions for you, and they're mostly surprised that you're walking the road. But
in Thornwood?
Yeah, you look a little funky. You're clearly not here for them. You're just on your way. And so while they seem curious, they also don't want to infringe upon your business, whatever it is. So if you, they'll ask a couple of things like, where are you going, sir? And if you give a response, they'll continue to ask. But I get the impression you're kind of dark and mysterious.
I'm trying to pass through the countryside unnoticed, right? I'm used to being a peasant, but here I am as a level 3 warlock, and it's with whatever.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Dragon skin and purple robes, and don't pass very well for a farmer.
Yeah. As we
need some kind of permanent illusion or something.
Some sort of invisibility spell or some sort of tall mountain that you could ride the wind. Oh, you don't have ride the wind.
Social invisibility?
Ah. Just have a little sign that says need change.
I guess there's that one that can make you appear like something else, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can it make me look cool?
You could, but then you wouldn't have social invisibility.
Well, anyways, we're not going to get into the hypothetical spelling. We've got enough real spells here.
Okay. Let me roll some more encounter checks to see what it's like on the way to Shirebrook.
Yeah. Were there were there actual plans on this road along the way, or am I just powering through them and we're rolling on the random table?
You know, I make a lot of plans and I have a lot of random tables, and then we do what the game moment calls for. If you'd like to explore the Thornwood area, I have things for Thornwood. We could get side quested.
I am very interested, but I don't know that Phoenix would be. Right? He's on a quest.
Yeah, he's on a quest.
Unless he gets sidetracked by something so heinous, or I don't know.
Okay. Well, there's nothing heinous until you're halfway down the East Road a couple days later. The East Road runs right along Black Pine Marsh, which sort of makes the Swampwater River unnavigable. You can't really walk. You can't really take a boat through the marsh because there's all sorts of sandbars and bogs and fallen things. It's not very navigable. And also because of what you see here as you begin to make camp one evening. You're setting your stuff up. When you feel the faintest sort of trembling in your feet. And this would be one night after the ogres, so a little more MP for you.
Trembling. Oh, did I just get onk-egged? Neal, you gonna do me like that?
You know,
I fail a perception check and get ganked.
If I don't kill a player at least once a year, the community gets angry.
You've been waiting so long to onk-egg a party.
I keep trying. People keep ignoring my onk-egg quests. So
it's gonna be. I don't even. All right, carry on, sir.
Yeah.
Surprise me.
Well, you feel the shaking. You can't tell where it's coming from, obviously, because it's shaking in the ground. There's no, you'd need like 2 light beams set up at right angles in order to figure out where this is coming from. And you just don't have that sort of technology here. But in the fading light of the setting sun, eventually you hear the sound of something snapping, and whipping your head to the left, you see a multi-headed hydra coming out of the swamp towards your little camp.
Am I asleep, waking up, resting?
You are making camp. You are like setting up your little cozy spot.
Creepy dusk by the swamp.
Yeah, I need to figure out
Am I surprised? What distance? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I got.
That's what those tables are for.
Luckily, the DMG has encounter distances based on terrain types. Vision and light. Excuse me. No, it must be in the encounter section. Not in the vision and light section.
And it has been... Oh, Jesus, that's a lot of heads. Sorry, there's no Jesus.
Oh, Martha. That's
Martha,
so many heads.
Yeah.
You're not surprised because the vibrations in the ground will alert you to the oncoming Hydra. So I'm just going to... Well, I guess you could really fail a surprise check and end up looking the wrong way. Roll me like a D10 plus 2. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah. You're fine.
Yeah.
Encounter distance.
I've slept since the ogres, right? So
I added 8 MP to your character already.
Oh, only 8? So I'm at 19 MP.
8 per night that you have your mask.
Good. No, I wasn't. Okay. Yeah. That was
2d12 times 5d10. 5d10 times 10 in feet. So 230 feet away is when the Hydra becomes apparent to you. And I do believe we should roll initiative. Actually, the Hydra does not roll up plus. It rolls at +9. There we go.
I didn't declare yet. I'm still thinking, but I was gonna. Can you can't prepare spells, right? So how would you? If I've got a spell that has a range that's too short to have a target, like, can I?
You can just lose initiative and let it go first.
Yeah. Is that the way you have to do it? You have to like choose which round to roll in at the right range.
Yeah.
I think I don't. I think I skip around. I think I face the Hydra and back away cautiously. Maybe even start running and try to guess its movement speed and burn around. So I don't think I need to roll initiative.
So, but is that moving quietly, moving slowly?
No,
backwards?
Panic running down the road. But I don't. Yeah.
Got it.
So I'm out of there. So I guess I should roll with my
your movement
with a 3.
Yeah.
But we know that it rolls a 13. So unless I roll really bad.
Okay, you go at the same time.
I see the Hydra. I turn and run, and try to gauge its movement speed.
You bolt from the Hydra as the sun begins to set. The Hydra comes after you as fast as its large legs will carry it. However, its movement speed is only 3/4 of yours, and you are able to easily outpace the huge creature. Sorry, the gargantuan creature down and away from the swamp. That comes stomp, stomp, stomp after you.
Yeah, I hope I didn't lose too much in the the abandoned campsite, but
did you want to
run down the road and find somewhere safer to rest?
This isn't get some distance and then fight the Hydra.
I'm not gonna fight a Hydra, but what kind of? I'm not. You just gave me a free level at the start. It's not. I'm not gonna be farming for XP out here.
Okay, you never know.
I could probably kite the Hydra with like a flaming sphere to farm for XP, but I don't think we're playing that campaign. We gotta.
That's actually an interesting idea, though.
We got limited time.
All right. What did you leave behind, though, is a great question. It's a great question.
I'm not doing a very good job of accounting for my gears, so I think unless you're going to take away the mask, in which case I'll go kite your Hydra.
Let's see. I want you to roll me.
I wouldn't have put anything. Well, I mean,
like we don't have it on your pack, but you've probably got like a bedroll. You've probably got some food. Like maybe you had taken your shoes off already. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna have you roll me a D20. High is good for you. Low is bad for you.
Should roll a real 20 or in roll 20?
You and I have been playing this game for 28 years now. You could roll a real die.
Okay. Shouldn't
trust you.
I got this. I got this cool dragon eye die.
It looks like it has a number of dots equal to the roll. Is that what it is?
It has scales. No, they're numbers, except for the 20 is like a purple dragon eye.
Oh, okay. I see the numbers now. Yeah, you got to catch them in
the
just the right light.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And it's metal and stupid big. And I kid you not, I got a 20. I don't know if that's really good or really bad, but
no, that's really good.
I'll make you all dizzy with the. No, you can't even see in this lighting.
Can't even see.
You can see my camera. Take my word for it. I got the eye. I got the dragon eye.
All right.
Snake eyes.
You pick up your bag.
I legitimately don't remember. Was that good or bad?
It's good. That's good. That's the best you could have done. You have picked up your bag when you fled. You lost nothing.
All right.
And you escape. You escape the dragon. Not dragon. The Hydra. You can gain 8 MP tonight as well.
In my new campsite. That is verified Hydra free.
Verified as Hydra free. That is 100% accurate. You can verify it in the morning when you have not been eaten. And the next day, you will make it into Shirebrook. The ruins of Shirebrook. Once a sprawling town along the coastline with a keep on top of a hill. Now it's not but ash, destroyed stone, and Well, the cobblestones are still there. You can see skeletons, but they're not scattered around. It looks like someone has done a half-decent job of, like, gathering up all the bodies, but they didn't bother burying them. They just, like, moved them somewhere. And so the bodies are just kind of like a pile, a laid-out row of skeletons outside somewhere, since picked apart by animals.
Wow. Are there living people, or it's just dead?
Just the dead. Someone came here once and cleaned up a little bit, but since then, yeah. The road has been
Phoenix
made walkable.
is a smart guy. I think in his, even if I can't keep track of it all, Phoenix will be taking note of these observations to report back to Shine, like a debrief. Right. Yeah, so we've had a couple, right?
Yeah.
Stories and news of an Eridonian noble paving Thornwood with red bricks.
Yeah.
And here we have corpses of the dead laid out to bake in the sun here in Shinebrook. Just waiting for a necromancer to wander through.
It's like a buffet for a necromancer, really.
Laid out and prepared, pre-desiccated.
Oh, actually, they're nice and sun bleached. They'd make excellent skeletal warriors. Wow.
Different campaign.
Oh, Alcifer, how we miss you.
He's still alive. We could play him. We could switch. No. Right. Yeah, I think
all right.
Hasten past the dead, and
now there's a river between you
and it runs
and the lake.
Like I'm downstream from the river, right? So there's no boating up it.
You're at where the river meets the ocean.
Yeah.
So if you had a boat, you could row up the river, but you don't have a boat.
That's probably less efficient than hiking alongside said river.
Much less efficient.
Yeah. Oh, but I gotta cross. Are there bridges in Shirebrook to cross?
If there once were bridges, they have been destroyed and you cannot see sight of them any longer. But you can swim, right? Do you have a swimming proficiency?
I do indeed have a swimming proficiency.
Well then,
I am a hale and hearty excuse me, of a farmer.
Well. It'll be an easy thing for you to cross the river then. You know that, where the river meets the ocean is sometimes a pretty dangerous area. But, you gotta cross where you gotta cross. And at least where the river meets the ocean, there aren't any crocodiles. So give me just a quick swimming check and get across that river there, and you'll be home free. Well, you'll be on your
home. Yeah, this is as far as home as possible, right?
Yeah.
Do need a few more MP, but Shirebrook seems like a sketchy spot to rest.
Can I get a swimming check from you?
Oh, you actually want it? I thought that was a binary skill. I didn't realize there was actually a check involved.
Most of the time,
I just barely pass.
Most of the time it's binary, but in particularly heavy waves, it can require a check. But a 21
waves or rough current.
Yeah, where the ocean and the sea meet is kind of an awkward space there, and that's the good spot to cross.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, there could be odd tides, the salt and freshwater meeting and the different forces in action. It's chaotic, but you make it across. You're in the woods now. You're close. It's maybe a 2-day hike to Lake Mysterium from here. You're getting close to your destination. Now, you've met two dragons in your life. One was Scoria, who burned you badly. The other is her
I don't think
Radiance.
I met Scoria.
Okay.
I was firebombed by Scoria.
Sure.
Oppressed for generations.
Yeah. But you're on your way to go speak to a third dragon. Now, not many men have met one dragon, let alone come in rough contact with three. How does this, is this what you've wanted for your life? What's going on mentally?
I think probably just a whole lot of trauma, right? That's why Phoenix is the agent for this job.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like I don't know that this registers whatever the gravity of.
It just
I think it's just he's worried. Can he execute the request of her radiance? Like am I gonna f this up and get shadow blasted into another dimension or whatever breath weapon needs to do? Mm-hmm. Do I even know what a shadow dragon can do? I mean, any dragon can wreck worlds.
Yeah, her radiance breathes fire and deadly gas. Scoria breathes just fire. And the shadow dragon, I don't know. There's no writings of them. No one ever talks about shadow dragons. You didn't even realize it was the shadow dragon until you left the cave. I think you're going in pretty blind.
Yeah, all right.
So, another encounter check for the next day at the Crystal Run River.
Yeah, I think we're still a day or so out.
Yeah.
I think I'm wet from crossing, so I probably... Do I have a low-key way to make a fire? I have burning hands, yeah. So I probably burn some MP to make a fire and then sleep it off. Nice. Warm up. Camp out. Keep the spookiness at bay. I feel like I'm not worried about attracting bandits or something with a campfire. I want to keep out the
monsters.
Whatever, the wolves and whatever. Yeah.
All right. Well, that next day, it's fairly uneventful. You walk along the river, following it. It makes you twist and weave and wind, but it's a clear path of where you're supposed to be headed. You see the signs of lots of animal life, lots of nature, but you don't see the signs of civilization. You don't see monsters. You don't see any of that stuff until the evening comes, when you come across let me just roll my die here. You come across an old woman who has a little hut by the river's edge. And she's standing outside of her little hut in her old worn clothes with a rabbit that she has skinned and stuck over a skewer and is rotating over a fire.
Yeah. So it's definitely a hag. Question is, how do I handle that? I don't have any superstitions or anything.
So
should probably run for my life, but I think I do what any sensible PC would do and stop and ask for directions. I think she spots me, right? Where you like see each other.
Yes.
Or
yes.
We roll.
You both spot. You get to kind of the edge of a clearing. You start to step out, and then it's a few moments later that you realize that miscellaneous blob was actually like a hut with and you spot the old woman who spots you, and she gives you like a wave. She's got a full mouth of teeth, regular teeth. Gives you a wave. Hello.
Good evening, or when is it?
Afternoon.
Afternoon. Are there like shrunken heads or dead crows? Or is it just a totally ordinary
Give me a
wood
perception
woman?
check. See what you notice around you without being too obvious. Giving a cursory. Oh my god.
My finest of aptitudes. I think I know what I'm looking for, right? I heard rumors of a hag, and I'm
Yeah, well, at first you didn't notice. But when you remember, oh, there might be a hag around here, and you start to look around, sure enough, like up above you, if you tilt your head up, there is a string with must be halfling heads or children's heads upon it. Shrunken heads. It's probably a myth. You probably can't actually shrink heads, right? That sounds crazy. There's no way. But yeah, there's like a little string of skulls with a little bit of flesh on them still hanging between the trees. And there's like a bit of plant matter that has been woven into like some sort of frame, as if there ought to be like a mirror in the middle. There's like an oval that's well formed by what do you call it? Like woven, like as if you're weaving a basket, but you leave a circle in the middle, and then it kind of fans out into more of a spider web on the outside.
I kind of zoned out partway through because you're giving me the heebie-jeebies, but I drop a charm person. And,
You roll for initiative on charm person.
I roll. Yeah. I guess I have some clarifying questions before the spell goes off, but I would like to confirm if a hag is she's bipedal.
The creature, the
human, demi-human, humanoid of man size or smaller. There's some caveats in here, right? Is she larger than man size?
No.
Got to be demi-human. I mean, she can't. They turn giant? Can't they or these?
Well,
they have
presently
multiple...
the woman is just a regular old woman in front of you. So yes.
They do receive a saving throw. Okay, that's going to be tough. I'm probably fleeing at this point when she passes, but I think like before any conversation can even happen, then
the old woman waves you over.
The charming,
come here, darling, come here.
Yeah. Can I tell how a spell goes off, or are we just?
You cannot tell if she succeeds or fails her saving throw.
Yeah. Okay, well. The charming cultist steps out of the woods and waves. I cautiously approaches within like shouting distance, as if you've we're walking past an old friend in the woods,
right?
And oh hey, and keeping one foot ready to run.
She sweetly warns you, "Oh, darling, I wouldn't go up that way if I were you. Much safer to come and spend the night here."
Do need some MP, but I'm getting the heebie-jeebies, right? Can I roll a charisma check to determine intentions?
Yeah, totally. And it's opposed by hers.
Oh, totally.
You roll a 16. Yeah. She actually seems pretty straightforward and honest.
No, I think I'm in a bit of a... Well, what time is it?
It's afternoon. It's a couple hours before the sun goes down.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go on my way, but I will get out of character. I'd like to get the lay of the land. I've got a bit of an appointment at Lake Mysterium.
Oh, darling.
A bit of a hurry, but
That's the place you should avoid. He lurks there, and I don't think he'd be too happy to see you.
Oh, who?
He of the lake.
Who is he? Who is he?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Who?
Come closer, darling.
I walk close enough that I can stage whisper her dramatic. Who is he?
The beast of many eyes and many arms that lurks beneath the surface, living on the bottom, coming up and snatching what he needs. He's not particularly friendly, not even to me.
Is his name known?
He goes by many names, I'm sure. Me and my daughters just call him he, though.
Oh, you have daughters? I asked, looking around nervously.
Of course.
Are we like? We're not in her. We're like. Does she have a little white
there's a
fence
clearing
or something?
No,
okay.
There's no fence. There's just like a little meadow.
Okay. Oh, this isn't her house. She's just like out.
She's
here?
outside, out front of the house, cooking over the little fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Sorry, did she give me his name? Oh, she has many names. Blah, 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 blah.
He's got many names,
So
but me and my daughters just call him he.
He's very mysterious. Okay, me and my daughter. Okay. The daughters, right? There's none around.
You don't see any daughters around, but maybe that's what those heads are.
Nervous laugh. Yeah, this is scarier than a shadow dragon. The hag, not whatever tentacle monsters in Lake Mysterium. Or are they one and the same? Dare I ask this woods witch for? Can I risk giving her too much information? What's the general vibe about the cult? Like, are you supposed to tell people you're in it? Are we out there recruiting, passing out flyers door to door?
No, we're definitely not recruiting. We're trying to turn down to people, because when they find out, everyone wants to come and worship at the dragon's feet, because they've got weird, dragon worshipping fetishes, and they're not usually worth it. You had to go through a complex ritual that could have killed you. It was a thing. So the idea is that you're supposed to be serving her radiance, and you let her deal with all of the big picture things, and you just do the individual tasks. So you're not supposed to hide who you are, what you're doing, but you're also not supposed to advertise it unless that somehow helps you achieve your ends. In which case, go for it. Because she has nothing to hide. But that subtle use of power is her vibe.
Yeah, 100% casting Detect Evil. How did I forget about that one? So I've hopefully got her charmed, and she's not charming me back.
Yeah.
I can't have. Anyways.
Detect Evil. The spell discovers emanations of evil from any creature, object, or area. Character alignment is not revealed under most circumstances. Characters who are strongly aligned, do not stray from the faith, and who are at least 9th level might radiate good or evil if they are intent upon appropriate actions. Powerful monsters send forth emanations of good or evil, even if polymorphed. Aligned undead radiate evil. Evilly cursed object or unholy water radiates evil, but traps and vipers and snakes don't. Yeah, you get pretty strong evil coming off of this kindly old woman in the woods. Yeah.
Okay,
Strong.
well, that
Strong
settles
evil.
that. I need to rest, but it's not going to be here. I think I wish her well and tell her that it'd really be best if I got going. And
Oh, nonsense. It's been so long since I've had a fellow spellcaster in the area. It would be lovely to sit and chat with you. A little. What spells did you just cast? I saw them. I heard them. Tell me.
Oh, okay. Does she seem to be charmed? I can't tell. Like, is it worth?
She seems friendly, despite the very strong evil coming from her.
Point of clarification, like like, what's the definition of good and evil here in this? Like, is shine?
Oh, she's good.
In my perspective of the spell.
Absolutely, yeah. Shine is a good.
Perspective about this thing. Yeah.
Shine is absolutely a good creature. There's no question about it. 100%.
She would emanate like over. Okay, and then here,
yeah. So
would I have a feel for what relative power levels might be?
Shines or this woman?
The spell, yeah, both, I guess.
Well, this woman is radiating strong evil. So
powerful monsters, set forth emanations, even a polymorph. Yeah. Well,
she's probably got at least 9 hit die.
Yeah, that's the general guideline or whatever. Pick one of the.
Yeah. The monsters don't usually need 9 hit die to radiate
evil.
But
faint, moderate, strong, overwhelming. You said strong, not overwhelming. Strong. Would shine be overwhelming?
Overwhelmingly good. Yeah.
Overwhelmingly awesome.
Yeah. But she asks you, what did you just cast? I would like to know.
I really should get going now. No. I looked in your heart and I saw blackness there. Not shadow minded black.
As black as my soul. That is true. That is very true. But not for you. You are just the most interesting little charred creature I've ever seen. And that smell coming off of you, she says from 80 feet away. That interesting smell. It's the smell of old money. It's the smell of dank, damp caves. It's the smell of charred flesh. What is that smell? I recognize it. She starts to walk towards you.
I am an emissary. Here to yeah. What's the opposite?
Me?
No. A shadow dragon, that Lake Mysterium.
She stops walking towards you.
Kindly.
Her face drops.
If you kindly give me directions, I would be pleased to be on my way.
You know of that creature's existence. Fewer yet would seek it out. Why? Tell me why. Good old friend.
If you can guarantee my safe passage the rest of the way there and back, I will tell you.
Of course I will give you safe passage if you tell me. For Flicker is my master.
Flicker. He calls himself?
She?
She. Very well then. What need I do to get an audience?
Well, tell me why. Tell me why you seek her out. We are, my daughters and I, her gate guards after all.
Oh, I was not necessarily expecting the hag to be working with the dragon. I accidentally walked right in the front door. I mean, I guess. I guess I'm just gonna get out with it. I haven't sensed dragons typically have, what do they call it? Territory, lair. What's
Yeah.
there's some technical term for it. Okay,
Lair?
and you
Yeah.
sense that, right? Do you? I have not received any such. What do you call it?
No.
Yeah,
You've not
okay.
felt like you've approached it. And most people might not notice, maybe some would. You who are bound to another beast like this may be more sensitive to those sorts of presences than most people.
Okay. Getting back to the conversation with Agatha, I will, I guess, candidly reply. I am an emissary of her radiance shine, seeking three answers of, bringing three questions to Flicker. That's the name.
Yeah, the hag
That's
snarls.
That's the big bad evil guy. Flicker the dragon. This whole stuff. Such a troll, Neal.
Seems like such an innocent name, right?
All right. And I guess I go, if she lets me keep talking, I will ask her questions. Yeah. How did they get? Yeah, I do my maybe my character always does a serpentine whisper, but for some reason I feel like doing it now. How did they get into this world? Why are they hiding? Will they seek to challenge Radium for rulership of Arcadia? Maybe that was a little fast, but I had to rush through before I ran out of that.
An emissary of the gold. Well, it's a shame. Have you considered the creatures here? Flicker is a much greater beast than that brutish gold ever could be. She walks between worlds with ease, this plane and that. She communes directly with the gods. She holds in her claws the fate of the world 5 generations from now. She is the true heir to Arcadia. But, of course, if you wish to speak as a messenger to messenger,
what?
I shall give you passage to the lair.
I need but 3 answers, and I really should be getting on my way.
Well then, Melody, she calls out, and
there's
another
more?
Out from the little hut comes a small hag. Looks like an old woman who's really, really small.
What? What?
You
like
know,
a younger hag? Is that how they?
Like
they just like grow from boils on their mother hag's nose? Is that what's happening here?
Well,
pop out, are old but small.
Melody, I do believe, was birthed by
Oh God.
some human woman once upon a time, and given an appropriate name for her lineage. Melody comes on out, standing, 4.5 feet tall.
Does she have like? Is this just okay? All right, yeah.
Melody,
I feel like I would have
darling.
detected her evil, right? And it's still going even. 5 rounds per level, 10. Oh, it's a 10-foot path, range 60 yards.
Yeah, so I think you like shift
But
slightly.
it hasn't been 15 minutes yet, has it?
Nope. You can shift and put
Is
your
she?
path.
I assume she's also
Oh yeah,
strong,
moderate evil. This one.
moderate, less less evil, but still evil. She's
Yeah.
eaten less babies, but it's not 0, and that's a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
And the 2 hags will lead you in the direction of the lake. The elder hag warning you that it will be a day and a night of travel. But if you need to rest, she will of course watch over you while you sleep, and you will have nothing to fear from her.
Who is she?
The elder hag. Oh, did you want her name?
Yeah, actually. I don't know how I would ask not awkwardly. I mean, I have 7 charisma and I whisper like a snake. I not making great impressions here.
I can't remember her name. Did we ever get her name?
It's the Witch of the Wilds. I don't think
Yeah.
so. She's just like transcendent, man.
Yeah.
She's got a title. You give her a name, suddenly you got a flicker on your hands, and that's actually a good one. I appreciate that.
Flicker?
Now I got to figure out how powerful she. I guess in and out, like mechanically, what I need to figure out is how powerful this dragon is. Which, what's her age class, yo?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, why am I getting there? So they won't answer my questions. They're gonna guide me.
Oh yeah, they don't know the answers. They're the door guards. You got to go talk to the dragon.
I can't like ply them for information. Like they don't know how. Like,
Oh, it'd be wildly
okay.
inappropriate for them to answer on behalf of their master or mistress. Or
I mean, I thought it was messenger to messenger. Nope. All right, going with it.
Yeah.
Phoenix is acting like this is all going according to plan.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be a day and a night of travel. But if that's tiring
I don't
for
think
you,
I don't think I can sleep with.
If you don't sleep, you
is
don't
it 1
regain
or 2?
MP.
Yeah, I don't lose it though, right?
Okay.
I don't think
You've got 2 second level spells in you, or 4 first level spells in you.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm using spells against a dragon, I'm already in trouble, right?
Yeah,
like you don't.
That's true.
I can charm a dragon, right? But you don't charm I'm an emissary.
Wait, it's not
right?
it's not a biped. You can't charm it.
I think. Oh, okay, good. What if she were in human form?
Oh no.
Or is she always like simultaneously a serpent? So
I think her true state is dragon, so she cannot be charmed in human form. Yeah. You walk through the night then.
Oh, she's cool with that?
Oh yeah, totally. If you say you don't want to sleep, then you want to walk, then you can walk right through the night.
Yeah, no. I'm not afraid of the dark, and if I have a guide to like keep me from tripping in a gopher hole or something.
Yeah. Well, she will produce from her hut, or she will send Melody back to get from the hut a lantern that has a bunch of little like glowy bugs in it that they use to help light the way through the forest.
Charming.
Mm-hmm. And by dawn, you will be arriving at the mouth of a cave on the east side of the mountains, up in the hills. there's just a little cave entrance. And as the sun begins to rise in the east and you're sitting in the shadows of the mountains, light illuminating the other mountains opposite of you, you are here. And the unnamed hag and her daughter Melody.
Yeah, can I have asked the hag? Maybe now I asked them, or perhaps earlier on the hike. It's been whatever, 36 hours of walking, probably with breaks and stuff. But anyways, what should I call Flicker? Has she a title?
Your Grace
what's
is
the etiquette here? I probably should have known that, but I ain't got the etiquette proficiency. I think
it never hurts to ask what the appropriate form of dress is.
Yeah. Does etiquette include like interdimensional diplomacy etiquette?
I think
this is pretty uncharted territory.
It does. For most people, probably not, but you are a warlock of a dragon, so I think you probably pick up on this stuff somehow, right?
Or I'm botching it and picking up on it now.
Yeah.
I do have animal handling. I should have totally rented like my own cow. Or a horse. I figured I couldn't really ride a horse without it, but
you can't do combat from a horse.
Way back.
It's too late.
Or something.
Standing before you is the cave, the lair entrance, and as you approach it, and the hags stay behind to let you walk forward, then you can feel the marked territory. It's almost like you're a dog and you can smell that someone's been pissing on this cave wall, right? There's just like a tingling that runs up the backs of your arms that lets you know you are approaching the house of another patron.
What is it that I feel?
It's the dragon's lair.
I got that. I was going for a clarification of the description, the ambiance. Like, do I feel it in my bones? Do I see it in the shadows?
You feel it on the backs of your arms, and you feel it sort of like at the lower, like below your belly, in the abdomen, between, like above your crotch but below your belly. There's this sort of
your gut
warming motion. Yeah,
I feel it in my gut. And there's just one of the sisters, right? Or one of the
it's the hag and her one daughter. Although she didn't say
the daughter came along.
The two of them came along. She did use the plural.
At some point, could I have asked how many other daughters she has?
Sure. She tells you she has a dozen daughters, but only 2 of them live here with her.
Seven charisma. I don't know how to answer that. It's a lot of daughters. I filed this away in the rumors to take back.
Okay.
And
try
to walk forward. Eventually, I think I'm going to experience dragon fear, right? I don't think like where I'm. Yeah.
Most definitely. Let's just do a quick time check here, Ryan. How are you on time? I know it's getting late. The sun has long set for me.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
Different time zones. It's only 9:30 here. I got.
Great. I know you have
I'm
a
still
busy day.
Going strong.
All right.
No. Yeah. There's no part 2. We aren't meeting the shadow dragon tomorrow.
That's true. You enter.
I mean, we could, but
you enter the lair. You take maybe a dozen steps in as the light bounces off the mountains behind you, giving you a little bit of space when you begin to feel the fear And once again, there's a slight trembling in the ground beneath you as the dragon steps through the cave in your direction. This creature will make you roll a saving throw versus petrification at -4.
Sounds right. -4?
Yeah.
Are we inside the cave, or are we being... Am I meeting these shadows at the entrance?
You have taken a dozen steps in the cave.
Are the hags in front of me, behind me?
They are behind you and down the hill. They're like a
Oh,
you
okay, they
know,
waited
500
outside.
feet away. Yeah.
May I know the consequences of failure in dragon food? That's something that I would...
Yeah,
know?
those fail
Do I
are stricken with
flee,
fear.
or
You're
do you
stricken
just
with
have
fear, and you
penalties?
fight with a -2 penalty to attack and damage rolls.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's less than 1 hit die that flee automatically, or whatever, flee if they fail?
Yes. Yes.
Or
Less
1 or
than-
less?
Fewer than 1 hit die, as well as all non-carnivorous, non-aggressive creatures with fewer hit die than the dragons. I love how they add that in there. Like,
I love second edition, yeah.
all 1 hit die less creatures, and like buffalo and oxen and, you know.
You know something happened. They had to include that. Something came up in playtesting and they needed to specify.
God, I love second edition.
It's in case I showed up at the Dragon's Lair with a whole herd of cattle.
Right. They just get a bunch of bulls to charge the dragon cave, and someone's like, no, hold on. We need dragon fear to stop the bull charge.
Enough joking. Let me
save versus petrification at -4.
-4. Is there a way to add a modifier to the saving
Just
throw,
in
or
the
is it just roll?
brains and in our hearts.
Yeah, I got brains. Yeah, the two
-2.
-2. Okay, I mean, I think it's appropriate that I have... Isn't a Dragon Fear save modified by age class?
That's the -4.
That's the -5. Okay. Yeah, doing maths here.
Mm-hmm.
Tempted to pull up a monstrous manual, but I think I'll probably wait till the session's over.
Yeah.
That's a big girl.
Yeah.
How much that might even be bigger than Shine.
You do see the dragon's head as it snakes forward through the shadows towards where you are.
I immediately bow, deferently trembling, doing my best to look dignified while I shit my britches.
The dragon is most certainly smaller than Shine.
Interesting.
Not by a lot, but is definitely smaller. And
Perhaps
their
more
head,
powerful.
Yeah.
I am not going to cast a detect evil at the dragon, but I will experience the dragon fear and try to make similar guesses of
the dragon.
moderate, strong, overwhelming.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's overwhelming. It might not be evil, though. I mean, it's working with some hags in theory, so maybe it's evil. But like,
Used to say,
you know, sometimes you support Saddam Hussein when he invades Iran. You know,
we've held off on politics for. I guess that's history at this point. Isn't
That's
it?
history. Yeah, that was
We've held
1970s.
off on politics for almost 3
60s?
hours.
When was the Iran?
Not
rock?
now.
It was the 60s.
Don't bring it up now.
All right. The dragon's head snakes forth. Its tongue flickers in and out of its mouth. And it
Does
says...
the dragon flicker, or is it like a flesh and blood dragon, or is it like a dragon made out of shadow?
No, it's a
So
flesh
really-
and blood dragon. Yeah, 100%.
Black, or like gray as shadow?
I have a picture to show
Does she
you.
play tricks with the... I don't think I can... I only catch, like, I flick a glance at the... I've seen this Shadow Dragon picture now. Yeah, I'm asking you to... Easier words.
The dragon.
beautiful. It's a
Alright.
beautiful, it's a
Alright.
beautiful glycerin black.
The dragon's scales
obsidian.
and body are translucent, so when viewed from your distance, it more appears to be a mass of shadows. But as its neck careens forward, the translucence takes on a silvery blue, not silvery, like a cobalt blue color, a muted cobalt blue color. The rest of the cave around you is dark, and so even though the body is translucent, it appears mostly black. And that cobalt blue mixed with the black makes it quite dark. Its forked tongue comes out and tastes the air around you. Its head lowers off of the ceiling where it was before and comes to rest maybe 3 feet above you and 20 feet away from you.
Yeah, I think I look down, trembling,
Mm-hmm.
and a deferential whatever, like lean lunge.
What is
Your
a
Grace.
fool like you?
Oh, I don't interrupt. That's the that's the latency.
What is a fool like you? And then the dragon pauses and it tastes the air once or twice more. And then it says, I taste scales upon you. Show me the scales you brought with you. Show them now before I eat you.
Yeah, I will show her my scale mask. What should I have worn it into this meeting, or is that not? That's not what it's for. It's specifically a spell component for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you could wear it if you ever wanted to, but that's not.
When do I get to wear the? When do I get to wear the dragon mask, Neal?
When you go to masquerade balls. All right.
Yeah.
You gotta go back to
I will
civilization.
pull it out of. I think it's in like a robe pocket or something, or maybe it's like satchel on the inside of the robe. I don't know. I reach inside my my robe and pull out the scale mask. I try to present it in a dignified way and take a knee while fighting the urge to run for my life. Or
the dragon snarls slightly at the mask.
Your Grace, I am an emissary of her radiance shine. I come with 3 humble questions.
No gold dragon has ever expressed humbleness to anyone. Ask your impudent questions, minion.
I'll be quick. It's only 3. I stumbling through them. 7 charisma that I am. How did you get here to this world? How did you get here to this world? I don't know how to act dragon fear. I can't.
The dragon seems displeased by this question, and yet it answers anyway. I mean, you're just some 3rd level farmer who's been burned asking this creature questions, and it's giving you at least a direct answer. It's not toying with you or screwing with you. The dragon simply says, I had help from the god of humans, the god of chaos, the god of canyons and echoes, from Malchus himself, he who rules the spring? He who rules the spring. Why?
Why? I haven't asked that yet, but is he reading my mind?
I don't know, but he continues. Why? Because it is in his nature to be drawn to foolishness, And it is in my nature to trick those around me. Why has this deep deity aided me? Not for his own endeavors, but for mine, she says with like supreme confidence, as if she truly believes in her heart of hearts that she's the one who has pulled the wool over Malchus's eyes and got him to let her into this area.
Why are you hiding?
You say hide. I say thrive. The Golds, those dirty half-breeds, they would never understand the nature of a true dragon. They would never understand our origins. This is not hiding. This is thriving.
Will you seek to challenge Radium?
I could.
About her radiance?
I could crush her in a single fight. She would never see it coming. Gold dragons, all fight, all fire, all claw and tooth. But I would cripple her and then pick her to pieces at my leisure. But no. You should tell her, her shiniest self, that she has lost her way, that she has become more mortal than dragon, that she has let the hearts and minds of humans corrupt her from her proper form. Tell her I'm disappointed. Tell her I pity her.
Yeah. Yes, Your Grace. Is there any message you would like to convey? Or any other way I can serve you? Or whatever. Yeah. But no, I don't mean it.
Tell her if she wishes to treat with me, to have the courage to see me face to face. One superior being to a less superior being.
Oh boy. How often do you get to interview a shadow dragon?
I don't know, but you've asked your three
feel like
questions, and yet you have time. Is
Right?
there anything you want to know? Is there anything?
I don't think there's anything that Phoenix wants to know. I think he's terrified and he's ready to get out of here as soon as his duty is done.
But the viewers, they have questions. They have so many questions. You're just leaving these hanging in the air. Shine, a half-breed? What is this? How come this dragon
Wait, did she call Shine a half? She said she's more human than dragon.
She did call
Was that
Shine
really
a
implied?
half-breed directly. She used that word.
I passed my charisma check, so this is Ryan being forgetful. I think Phoenix totally picked up on the insinuation, even if it went over my own head. Mm-hmm. So what the implication is that Shine is half human, or I interpreted it as like as a slight of like,
could be.
She's been hanging out with the humans. She's gone human.
That's the most honest and reasonable.
But I think with that
assessment.
charisma check, can you say that I caught the double entendre or the intended?
It could
there
go
was an
either
intended
way.
meaning.
But like dragons half breeding, like physically, like half dragon, half what, right? That seems crazy. Humans don't really mate with dragons. That's not like a thing. And she's not a half dragon. Like Shen's definitely a full-fledged dragon. So maybe it's just an insult, right? Maybe it's you've been living amongst humans so long that you've lost, your way. That's a very reasonable interpretation.
I have a -1 reaction adjust. Have you had to roll any? I think we've bypassed all the
oh, you keep charming. You keep charming everything you come across or scaring it, so yeah.
It doesn't. The ogres are already hostile. You can't make that reaction any worse. But
yeah.
There wasn't a check here to see whether he blasts. I was kind of curious to see what a Shadow Dragon's breath weapon looks like, but I guess I'll have to read the monstrous manual after this session.
A cloud of blackness, and anyone in it is blinded for 1 round, and they lose 3/4 of their hit dice or levels.
That's what it is. He would wreck Shine. I'm trying to guess which age class he is, and I don't think there's any. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Phoenix is terrified, and he's ready to flee from this lair as soon as his duty is done.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I don't have eyes on Twitch chat to know what they want me to ask.
Oh, no!
Did you think that I did?
Oh, no. No, I knew you didn't, but I just wanted to... It needed to be put out there that there were questions.
Or the YouTube comments, but I'm not there in the future, so...
Well, you can head out. The hags will walk you back to Shirebrook. And you can make your way from there. Now, Phoenix, this has been quite the adventure. There was some danger. There was a thief who was going to steal from you and fight you and kill you, but you defeated the thief pretty easily. There were ogres along the road. Well, actually, there were some bandits in Misty Rapids, but you moved on through it very quickly. There were ogres in the Thornwood Forest that you defeated. You bypassed Stromheim altogether. There were some gangs in Stromheim that were going to try and rob you. There were some goblins in the Thistle Forest that were going to try and screw you. But you just skipped all that by going straight to Tassel instead, which is great. Your way back could be very similar.
Or we could go through Stromheim and get ambushed by bandits and goblins.
Woo! Yeah. Is there anything on Phoenix's mind as he returns home?
He's probably, to bring back more rumors than I can remember, he's probably got to go through. He's debriefing in his head. Once he runs down the mountainside and gets away from the the Shadow Dragon's lair, outside of the fear AoE. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going over everything that's happened. There were some lore bombs, but I think they all go over Phoenix's head, as intriguing as I find all this. I can only milk you for so much.
You can make your way back home, chewing on the little bits of knowledge you've gained. The hags did say if you ever wanted to switch patrons, you could come and join them.
Did they imply that? I think Phoenix might have missed that one.
Yeah,
that seems like
Phoenix might have missed it. 7 charisma. Yeah.
I think we've. Yeah.
Well, what does Phoenix think of all of this? You're here to serve this dragon, and you've undertaken this dangerous quest. You've fought off monsters and brigands and faced down hags and their daughters. Spoken to a dragon in a cave who believes it has manipulated a god, and you're like a 3rd level farmer.
All right, I'm punching above my weight class. This is some heavy shit. I mean, yeah, I think the gravity is not lost on Phoenix, so he's intent upon delivering what I think is some pretty significant news from around the realm.
What?
Right, or at least some of it I can. I mean, I met the Shadow Dragon. That's that's some confirmed intelligence. Some of it's just hearsay, but
What do
And I
you
think I'm trying to size it in my head. I guess like how I think even to Phoenix it's clear that this that Flicker is a more powerful force entity than her Radiance. Oh, I really wanted to get a Detect Evil. Can I discreetly have cast the Detect Evil on the? Like, am I watched by the hags as I leave the lair? Like,
yeah, they're still there waiting for
or do
you
they
down the hill.
escort me down the hill? There's
But
no
you do have to go down the hill to get to the hag. So there's a moment when you leave the cave and you're looking down the hill.
Is there a moment where I'm like out of sight of the hags and out of sight of the dragon, and I can try to like cast a Detect Evil to get the vibe of the lair on my way out? I don't want to risk. I'm not going to risk anything. So if I get a moment,
then no,
I would
because
do that. If not, I think
you can't tell if the dragon is in the cave watching you or if the dragon is in the cave leaving behind. Like, you don't know if it's looking at you or not from the cave.
And possibly like everywhere all the time. What's the name? Right, because she seemed to read my mind, but maybe she was just listening to my whole conversation with the hag, or somehow telepathically relayed from hag to dragon. Oh no, she talked about why Malchus had helped her. That was the extra.
Yeah. Well, Phoenix, being a farmer and now an emissary between dragons, how do you view your place in society? Not just in your dragon cult, but like, where does Phoenix exist in the greater world?
I think he is totally buying into the messaging, isn't he? Like, he is out to do like good, and it seems like
seems like you're doing good.
And this is some like heavy ass shit. So
yeah,
taking it seriously, feeling its weight on his shoulders as he dutifully treks back. How do I get
well, I think we are approaching our time here. It's getting late.
When we wrap up, we can gloss over how we get back, or maybe play out the journey back next time. Probably not. It'll be a year. We'll have forgotten where
It'll be a year. We'll have forgotten. Yeah. We'll say you make it back safe and sound. You can deliver your messages to Shine, her radiance. Do you deliver the message that the Shadow Dragon thinks she is a weakling?
Yeah. I think we established previously that Shine pretty thoroughly debriefs her acolytes when they return from whatever missions, quests.
But usually when you got a debrief, you're just talking about what happened. This might be the first time that you have to say rude things to her radiance's face. Like,
have I been present for other debriefings? Or are they always one-on-one? I feel like there was a lineup scene earlier. I don't know if that was. I don't know.
For the smaller things, for like training things or very general purpose tasks, it's a group thing where everyone checks in at the same time. For personalized private missions like this, it's usually one-on-one. And then sometimes, Shine will spread that information throughout the rest of the population if it's important for other people to know.
Yeah, I think I operate with 100%. At least I intend, 100% honesty and transparency. Like if she asks, I'm absolutely not going to lie. To me, Ryan, like the details of the message are lost. So like I don't know if Phoenix probably doesn't necessarily have a better memory than me. So I don't know that I'm not like a trained messenger. I'm not going to be able to faithfully, unless it's like seared into my memory with the.
Give me an int check.
Yeah, I guess we can do that.
Yeah.
To like faithfully deliver the message. That's.
Ooh, yeah, okay. Natural 18, modified 33. Well, Phoenix is, he's, I don't know if he's smarter than Ryan, but he's definitely in a much more dangerous situation and is probably, these things are burning into his brain a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I think you can relay the message faithfully.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm fully honest, but I don't hold back my interpretation, I guess. Like my assessment. I don't know how I would word it, like in character, but like indicating the power level of Flicker.
Yeah.
That's okay. I start by relaying the questions, and I don't know if she has follow-up questions.
Her only.
Do we want to play out that conversation, or are we kind of summarize?
No, I'm kind of running
cool.
out of time here. Her only follow-up question is whether or not you noticed any hatchlings near the shadow dragon. If there was any mention
was that at the end?
There's any mention of children or anything like that.
I don't know if have I debriefed on that. Did we go beginning to end? Like, does she already know about the hags?
Yeah,
or
you've already given the full debrief. This is just the question at the end.
Yeah, the hag, I guess calling her what she is, mentioned 12 daughters, of which I only saw one. I assumed those are more hags scattered throughout the land,
but not shadow dragon hatchlings.
None that I observed, but I wasn't looking for them.
She would not have revealed them if you had asked, but her pride would not let her lie to me. My brethren are proud beasts. They do not value or care much for the opinions of more mortal creatures like humans, but worm, to lie would be to admit weakness, to admit that you fear or are cowed by another. Yet she would not acknowledge her children or openly display them, typically. I have no reason to believe that she has them, but if she does, it could be a problem one day.
Is it known if Shine can scry?
Shine is known... Shine has a pet wizard. This guy who keeps calling himself King Emmerich, and he's got a bunch of spells. So, like, Shine can scry, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Why learn it herself when the wizard already knows how? She's got more important things to do.
Yeah, well, she does have some spells. She has Charm Person, Identify, Locate Object, Spectral Force, Suggestion. No, she doesn't have any scrying spells, except for Project Image. Does she have the
spells that her acolytes receive, or do we have separate spell lists? Do I know that can she cast every spell that I know? Is that something that I would know?
She cannot cast most spells that you know.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I guess I had the message delivered from the Shadow Dragon, but that didn't actually seem to be like the biggest threat. Like I was sent there to answer questions, Shine's questions, or get answers to Shine's questions.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Dragon was helped by Malchus. I will have relayed the conversation, like the rambling
right
references to proper ways of being a dragon. I don't know how I presented. I try to like summarize the situation, but it kind of went over my head.
Yeah, well, you're a decent messenger. You can relay
just
it all.
Being a dragon, Shine doesn't know what she's. Anyways, because it doesn't seem like they Flicker will challenge Radiant. She's just content to hang out here in Shadow Valley. over in her
Yeah,
weird little shadow lair.
And she said that with pride, like that was the goal somehow, which is so different from how Scoria and Shine, and even like Nixium and the others have behaved in ages past. You know, just a really ornery dragon hanging out in that cave. You know, like your hillbilly grandpa who took to the mountains and is like, I ain't ever coming down out them hills. What are you city folk doing? You think you're so smart? Fucking.
Yeah, maybe I'm more concerned about the realm falling to shit. The ruins and the ghost stories and the...
Well, that's all Scoria's doing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Phoenix probably goes in excited, expecting to debrief on every details of every tavern rumor he had about something going to hell, and Shine probably like breezes right on over that. That's like her everyday reports. She
Yeah.
How often does a shadow dragon slip between planes with the help of a god of chaos?
Yeah.
But it sounds like he's not actually. He's just chilling. It's just fine.
Everyone's just vibing. It's just fine. Just two mutually cool dragons doing their own things. Definitely not about to throw down. But I think on that note, that is going to be the end of this year's Dicing with Death. We'll be back.
Don't put it that way. It's only July, but probably realistically, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
Day.
You never know. Maybe we'll be back in 2026. Maybe we'll be back in 2025. Who knows? Thank you so much, Ryan, for making some time to come and play.
Yeah.
I hope this was a
worthy. Fun. Sorry if I'm a little rusty. But
could never be.
Yeah.
I mean, only you are going to start casting Charm Person on someone mid-sentence when they're walking up to you in a bar when you're, wildly outgunned. Every other player would be so afraid that like it might go wrong and something bad might happen, and you're like, nah, I cut him off mid-sentence and I charm him.
I would be running for my life, but
I'm just saying, you got balls, Ryan.
Got the vibes.
And as they say in Team America World Police, I like balls. No,
I was going to pull out my Dragon Ball, but I think it's in the other room.
Oh, I think it's
Dragon
mine
Balls.
is right there. Yeah. All right.
Cool.
That's it.
This is fun. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing.
Catch you next time.